Welcome to
Two girls,
All the Tea.
So grab a cuppa.
and join us.
Alright, so welcome back to another ACOMAF book review. Today we're on A Court of Mist and Fury.
Here we go.
Once again, we have not read this. we
Well,
have
we
read
have.
it. We read it like a year ago,
Yeah.
but we have not read this recently. So we put in like little post-it notes to make sure. Well, I did, but we put in little post-it notes to like get like the bits that we want to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
But like last time, it will probably be chaotic because we have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, and I feel like that's for the best. We're just
Can't
chaotic
remember
book
anything.
review.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
Piece
let's crack
together the
on.
plot as you will.
I mean, page 1, chapter 1.
Wait, let me catch up. I'm on the map.
She's trying to reach the page. Feyre's throwing up.
Oh, are we on the? As in, not even chapter 1 yet.
Chapter 1.
Oh, I'm on like the.
She's
the
on the prologue.
which
She's on the prologue.
The full book starts with maybe I'd always been broken and dark inside.
Gagged.
Clock it.
She was really like, let's lock in with the depression.
Oh yeah, they really opened the book with just like
she's vomiting. Literally, I vomited into the toilet.
I was like,
oh.
I remember reading this book after the last one and being like, la di da di da.
Yeah.
And then I opened this book and
you're
I was like, okay.
Literally.
Yeah.
So she's like being sick, and Tamlin just like pretends to be asleep.
He just like didn't care. Like every time this happened, he was just like, yeah, no.
He was like, roll over, go back to sleep.
He was like, it's not for me.
Yeah.
What? Like he didn't care. You know what? The
red flags were red flagging.
I was gonna say like the 50th red flag at this point. It was first the fiddle and now this.
I know. And the sex in the cupboard in
that was also a red
under
flag.
the mountain.
I'm gonna mention this fiddle every single time we do one of these episodes.
It was too ick.
I mention this fiddle in most areas of my life.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So yeah, Tamlin didn't care that she was throwing up. I feel like at this point she should have called the wedding off.
Well, yeah. Well, had he even proposed?
Oh yeah, there was like a flashback bit, wasn't there, where it's the proposal. She talks about the wedding.
All I remember is
Lucy
the wedding.
does not remember.
All I remember is the wedding.
But yeah, because he'd proposed, and she was like, "Oh, I'm so happy, but the mating bond isn't there yet." And I was like, "Girl, does that not tell you what you need to know?"
Does that not mean that is?
She was like, "Oh, there's no mating bond. I keep like waking up to vomit, and he's not coming to like help me." I was like, "Okay, so this is chapter 1
for real though, like,
and you're still there."
I felt the last book finished so happily.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, we held hands and frolicked into the distance back to the spring court.
Back to the spring court.
And now it's literally like it's all going wrong in the first like chapter of this book.
Like the first chapter, Tamlin is like the worst.
The bad guy.
The bad guy. Such a quick switch up. I get that he was like going through trauma as well. But
well,
I feel like
get that, but
if you've both been through like a traumatic event, surely you like support each other. You don't just go, "Oh, she's throwing up again, right? Roll over back."
Exactly. It's like get a therapist. I don't know, like seek help.
I know.
Anyways,
but yeah, and then obviously the wedding.
I need to find this. Wait, where is the wedding?
Okay, it's literally the bit that is gag is literally like the page before chapter 5,
42.
Page 42. But obviously, whilst Lucy finds the page, I will just obviously say Ianthe. Is that how you pronounce it? Ianthe?
Well, before this.
Well, yeah, Lucy thought it was like Inga.
I thought she was like...
Where's the G?
There is a G in there.
There is not.
Oh.
It's Ianthe.
I don't know.
Ianthe?
I really was like convinced her name was Igna.
Ianthe.
I'm on page 42.
Yeah. But yeah, so obviously like Feyre and Ianthe were like organising the wedding together. And Feyre was like, "Oh, I don't want any red because that's traumatic for me. It reminds me of blood because of what's happened under the mountain."
It's kind of valid as well.
Yeah, and then Ianthe was like, "Lol, psych," and like put like red petals
there was, like,
all
red
over
petals and stuff.
that literally looked like blood, like on the aisle.
You just can't get the staff.
Ianthe was definitely like trying to just traumatize Feyre. She definitely hated her.
Oh
and
yeah,
she's like, get rid.
She hated her.
Yeah, and I don't really know why.
I still don't know why. Maybe she just had like a crush on Tamlin. But like,
I think she just wanted power, and she felt like if she had Tamlin on her side, she'd have power.
Yeah, okay, maybe, yeah. But if I was Feyre, I would be like, you know what, have him.
Yeah.
Have him.
Have him. There's a sexy, like, dark-haired guy waiting for me in the night court.
Isn't it? Have him.
Which brings us to page 42.
Oh my god.
Where Rhys walks in. Because obviously Feyre's like, help me, get me out of here. Which we later find out Rhys heard, like, down the bond. And he was like, what the hell is happening? Like, he thought she'd been tortured or something.
He was like,
to find her at the wedding in her ass wedding dress. And
Oh
he was
my
just like,
gosh.
hello, Feyre, darling.
He purred.
Stop it!
What does that mean?
Stop it.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
And that's where chapter 4 ended. I was like, are you joking?
The way that was only
Are you
chapter
joking?
4.
I know. We
Sarah
had
J.
like a whole
Maas-
600 pages to go.
Sarah J. Maas was like, have that.
Yeah.
She was like, there's your dinner. Like, for real. Like, oh my gosh.
I know.
This whole thing is just crazy. Like, the fact that he thought she'd been like tortured by him, and then he like what is it, widowed?
Yeah,
Widowed.
winnowed.
He like winnowed
He
there.
widowed her.
He widowed her. He like winnowed there, and like she was like down the aisle.
Yeah.
But he was like, okay, oh, there's this then.
Yeah, because he had that deal with her, didn't he? That he would take her away like every few months or something.
Yes,
and then he just left it because he was like, I actually love her and I don't want to put her through that.
Yeah, it's like whatever.
And then when she's like, help me, he was like, right, time to bring the deal back in.
Yeah, he was like, okay.
He's like, it's just an excuse to get her away from him.
Yeah, because like then, oh my, wait, I'm like reading in real time. Oh my god, what a pretty little wedding, he said. Haha. Haha. Oh my god.
But yeah, because when he took her like to the night court, she threw her shoe at him, didn't she? She's like, clocked.
I don't know. I kind of
He said something. He said something that made her like really angry, so she just threw her shoe at him, and he was like, "Okay."
Yeah, because he said like, "Not when I need to call my bait."
Start over.
Not when I need to call my bargain with Feyre, darling.
Yeah.
So then he was like, and then she says, "No, not now."
Girl, you were literally just asking for help.
You were like, "Get me out of here!" Like she was like, "I'm a celebrity, get me out of here." And he was like, "Okay," and then she was like, "No, I'll make up your mind."
Literally, and then he teaches her how to read and write.
Yeah, because that was essential.
Yeah.
After the Tamlin, just 2 people.
Oh god, he was like, she needs to learn.
I know the first thing we're doing.
She needs an education. This girl,
an education.
An education. But obviously, she meets like Cassian, Azriel, Amren, and more.
Don't mention my boyfriend, please. Oh my god. Even his name. Oh my gosh. Sorry.
But they are like.
I've got it back together now.
They're just like the best group.
Oh my god.
I just love them
I want to
all.
move there.
I love them all. I want to live in. Is it Valaris?
See, I've been saying Valaris.
I've been saying Valaris.
Sounds so posh when I say it like that.
Valaris. Do you want to go to Valaris?
So jarring.
Anyway,
I love it.
Literally, move me to Valaris, whatever it is. I don't care.
Move me there.
Move me there.
If I could live in the House of Wind.
Yeah.
Like if I had to get like carried up there by Cassian every day, I would not be like
I know
complaining. And like Amren's such a diva. And me and More would be best mates. Like me and More would be friends. Sorry, I don't mean to. Oh,
she's replacing me already. I see.
Sorry.
To be honest, I'd probably just date More.
Exactly.
You can have her as your best friend. I'll have her as my girlfriend.
There we go.
But yeah, and then so doesn't she like keep going back to the spring court? And Rhys keeps like bringing her back to the night court, like as part of the deal.
Like a week every like 2 months?
Yeah,
or
something like that.
And then she's kind of like, "Oh, I kind of like it here."
Yeah,
she's like, "Oh,"
and then Tamlin locks her in the house.
Oh yes,
this man, and she was like, "Okay, I'm done."
Isn't that when she like exploded?
Yeah, didn't she like put like a massive shield around herself or something?
Yeah, and she like was
and
like,
More like came and got her.
It was like Elsa, like
don't let them in, don't let them see.
That was exactly how I saw that scene happening. It was like Elsa, and she was like,
not the dab in Once Upon a Time.
We'll come to that.
We'll come to that. If anyone's watched Once Upon a Time, is it season 4 when Elsa's in it?
Season 4, yeah.
And she like the first time you see her when she like uses her power, she dabs.
She dabs.
And we ate that.
And that was like the peak of dab as well.
Yeah.
Like, they knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
Anyways, we'll do an episode on Once Upon a Time.
Yeah.
All the Once Upon a Time baddies out there.
Yeah.
Anyways, what were we on about?
I have no idea.
Oh yeah, she like exploded, and then then Rhys sent More because didn't Tamlin have like guards against Rhys, like physical, like not like a guard, but like a guarding,
like what's it called? Shields?
Protection shields.
Wards. There we go. We got there in the end.
A ward around the place, and then some More went to go get her.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Anyways,
the fact that Rhys felt this all through the bond. Bearing in mind, this is what, like, page, I don't even know, like 50 of the book.
Oh my god.
He already knew that she was his mate. And we don't find out until chapter 54.
He knew when he saw her with covered in worm, remember?
Not even then, wasn't it the calamari event thing? He literally saw her and he was like, there she is.
I've been looking for you.
But yeah, so I mean, I don't really remember a lot that happened in this book. There was a war going on with the King of Highburn. there was
the war already happening?
What was that? I said, was the war already happening? Why did you sound like what's the diva in in Shang-Chi, where he's like, is it Liverpool? Where he's like, I'm from Liverpool. You literally sounded like Trevor.
I love Trevor.
What a diva. Anyway,
there is so many tangents.
I know, but yeah. So I swear there's like a whole thing where Reese makes Feyre go to like the Weaver to get his mum's like ring.
Oh yeah.
And doesn't that turn out to be her engagement ring? Yeah. He's like, you passed the test. Well done.
Well done. The Weaver was kind of a diva.
She was. Yeah.
And the Bone Carver.
The Bone Carver. This is like, yeah, so page 202.
Let me catch up. Wow, we really
Why do I feel like Snape? Turn your book to page 202. What is going on? Right.
We've covered like at least 15 different fandoms.
So the Bone Carver, obviously when they see him, I don't really know why he does this, but he shows them like an image, doesn't he?
He like portrays himself as like who he wants to show you.
Yeah.
But it can be different.
So he shows Feyre like she says a boy around 8, dark-haired and blue-eyed. Gagged, it's their son.
Gag.
Spoiler, but still.
Gag. I feel like that was in this book though.
Yeah, that she said. Is it in this book where she's like, oh, it's our son?
I think so.
Yeah.
But then Reese saw Jurian.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there was the whole thing with Jurian, where he came back and we couldn't really understand why.
Oh, no one really knew why.
You were texting me, you're like, so why is he here? I was like,
yeah, if anyone
really
understands why Jurian was there, please do let us know.
But didn't he turn out to be like the good guy in the end? Yeah, he was like helping them in the end.
In the end. Yeah.
Why? What was his beef? I don't really understand.
Well, he was like kept inside a ring with his eyeball for like years.
But then why was he on the side of Highburn?
I think he was like he was like a secret agent. He was like a double agent.
Double agent.
He was like the double agent. Anyways,
yeah. Yeah. So aren't they like getting ready for the war with Highburn? They're getting like whole mission plan. Meanwhile, is it this book where Asriel's trying to teach Feyre how to fly? She like keeps flying into trees and stuff.
I think that's the next one.
Is it?
Yeah, because she didn't have wings by this point, did she?
Yeah, I thought she could shapeshift because it's part of her powers. Because obviously she has the power of every High Lord.
What can't she do?
I know. Is it this book where? Oh my god, when we read like ACOMAF War next, we're gonna be there like, oh, so we mentioned those in the last video that actually happened in this book. But is it this one where they visit certain courts and she like Amryn meets that prince guy?
No, that's the next one.
Is it the next one?
I'm sure that's the next one. This one is literally the only thing that happens that I can remember in this one is like Reese and Feyre getting together.
Yeah.
That's like
and they're just getting ready for the war.
In my head, that's what happens in this book. Okay. And the next book is everything else. But that could be so wrong. Everyone listening
because I'm like looking at this, I'm like, there's 600 pages here, probably more. And my brain is going, what happened in those?
This was very slow burn. It was just them chatting.
They were like him teaching her how to read and write.
Yeah, and he was like, do you want to have a cup of tea?
And he was like, just to let you know, there's a war coming. And she's like, okay, so we need to save my sisters. And he was like, lol, okay.
Yeah, that was basically this book. Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Sum that up.
Anyways.
So page 492, we really skipped like the whole middle of the book here because we have no idea what happened.
Everything. Oh, is this like my favorite scene?
Yeah, so this is the cereal.
Oh.
When he's like, stay with the High Lord. When I told you that, I didn't mean Tamlin.
Is this after the one bed at the inn?
I don't know when the one bed at the inn is.
This is definitely happens in this book because I remember I was at my work break when I was reading it. And I remember so Jenny, who's read them, used to work at Spoons, and I remember I was on my work break, and I literally I was like screaming, like I was sat there in the middle of a Wetherspoons, and I was like, I literally can't contain this. Like it's because there's like only one bed at the inn.
It's your favorite trope,
and he literally that is my favorite trope ever. And then he was like, oh, I guess there's only one bed, so we'll have to share it. And I was like, like I was literally that was a silent scream. I was literally just. Gag. Like my heart was racing. I was so happy in that moment. Anyways.
So the cereal, obviously Reese has been like harmed at this point. Is he like dying or something?
He was in a cave.
Because he was in a cave.
I remember him being in a cave.
Is it like ash arrows that harm them or something?
Yeah, and then she was like, I'm gonna have to go get like some soup.
Yeah.
From flowers. I think.
Why did I just think of good soup?
Good soup. I was about to say that. Good soup.
Anyways. Yeah, so she goes to the cereal and she's like, oh, I need your help. And he's like, oh, if you want to heal your mate's wounds, you need to do this. And she's like, my what now?
Yeah.
She's like, excuse me?
Wait, where even is that? Oh my gosh.
Page 492.
Oh yeah.
She's like, what did you say?
Oh my god.
Mate. And she keeps going like, mate. Rhysand was my mate. Not lover, not husband, but more than that. A bond so deep, so permanent that it was honoured over all others. Rare, cherished. Not Tamlin's mate, Rhysand's. Stop it.
That's the thing though, like she's like still like gagged. She's like, not Tamlin's mate.
I know. She's like, I'm not Tamlin's mate. Are you sure?
I was jealous and off. Fair enough. Me too, babe.
Yeah.
Like honestly, me too. I'm jealous and off right now at you. He's
you.
my mate.
Yeah. But yeah, so and then she's like, "Oh, does he know?" And the Cyril's like, "Yes."
Well,
and she's like, for a long while, and he's like, "Yes."
Of course he knows. Sins. I love how she says yes, sins. And then she's like, "No, you can tell me. He can tell me." He's like, "Yes, since you were covered in worm."
Yes, since you were a human in like another realm and he was dreaming about you.
Yes.
He literally, wasn't that a thing where it's in chapter 54, I think, when he's like, "Oh, I could picture like these hands painting."
Wild.
And it's like he knew from that point.
She was like,
she hadn't even met him yet.
She was like 16.
I know. And he's like 500 or something.
Anyways,
so that was gag when the Cyril's like, "Oh, so when I said stay with the High Lord, right?
Yeah,
I meant a different one."
The Cyrill was the tea. I love the Cyrill.
Like, Rhys is your mate, and she's like,
you said stay with the High Lord, and he's like, I never said which one. Like,
literally,
everyone who's read these books loves the Cyrill.
I would love to go for like a drink with the Cyrill, like a night out with the Cyrill. Could you imagine?
Out. Like, I'm like going on the town. We're starting with like a nice cocktail bar, and we're going like out. Yeah. Like, anyways.
So then that takes us to chapter 54.
Here we go. What a treat.
So after this, doesn't she get like off for Rhys, and she just like leaves?
Yeah, she's like,
and she goes to, is it like his family's cabin?
Just yeah.
Oh, and she like draws eyes like on the wall and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And Moore shows up. Is it Moore that shows up? And she's like, "Oh, you've been painting." I love like the meme online where it's like, "Oh, Feyre can't even like paint." They just are like, "Oh,
I literally love
nice."
I love that concept. The concept that she's awful at painting, and every time she paints, everyone's just like,
really good.
That's really good.
It's like parents with like a child, like, "Oh, well done, sweetie. You've done a great job."
You just painted portraits of us all over the family walls.
Imagine being them, and they've like been living at this cabin. Well, not even living there, like visiting this cabin for like 500 years, and they just walk in and she's like painted all over the walls. I'd be so mad. I'd be like, I didn't give you permission to do that.
She just was like, I'm bored.
I know. I was like, go get a canvas. Like, what are you doing?
Get a colouring book, I beg. Like, they're like £2 in the works. Like, come on.
Like, no offense, but if you painted on like my walls, I'd be fuming. I'd be like, girl, get out.
Girl, I just decorated that. Like, anyways.
But yeah, so chapter 54, obviously Rhys shows up. And he basically just trauma dumps, I guess.
For real.
And she's like making him soup from a can. She's like, I can't cook, but I'm gonna just make something. But this is my favorite thing. I mean, obviously we'll get to Court of Silver Flames.
Yeah.
But my favorite thing is that Feyre like gave him a can of soup. Meanwhile, Nesta's giving Cassian like a stale biscuit.
And she like threw it at him.
Literally, she's like, "Here you go," and he's like, "Oh."
He's like, "Oh, is that my?" And she's like, "Yeah,
that's it."
She's like, "That's it." Fair enough.
That's what you get.
She's so mean, love.
They're so sisters in that moment.
Oh, for real.
The fact neither of them can cook, they're like, "I'm gonna give my mate some like awful meal," but they're gonna accept it.
But they're going to
accept it.
It's literally just a bit where he says, like at the end of the chapter. She says, like, I stopped before him staring him down, and I said, you love me. Rhys nodded. And I wondered if love was too weak a word for what he felt, what he'd done for me, what I felt for him. I set the bowl down before him, then eat.
Aww, isn't that cute?
And then he ate it.
Yeah, the fact that he was like, oh, you want to cook for me? And she was like, yeah, so? And he was like, that's what a mate does. And she was like, lol.
Wow, he was like getting
She's like, guess I'm doing it then.
That's crazy.
But yeah, and then obviously chapter 55 is just a whole lot of smut.
Oh yeah, chapter 55 is a whole load of...
The fact that like, oh my god, there's that bit where Cassian is like, oh, do you want to give us a go, Rhys? And he like beats him up. I was like, Cassian, what are you doing? I was like, babe, no!
That was wild.
I know, it was because he knew Rhys would be like all worked up, and he had to get him to like beat him up so he wouldn't beat someone else up.
For real. You know what is crazy? The fact we're on page like 528.
Yeah.
And like, there's not actually that much this book left, and there's so much that happened.
Yeah.
Sarah J. Maas really said, you thought you were safe
because
you're in the last 40 pages. No, you're not.
Yeah, literally.
Like, she was like, you're never safe.
You know, the last 100 books of a Sarah J. Maas book is going to be the worst time of your life.
Oh, for real. And you cannot put that book down.
And I would read this at work, and I would be like sat sobbing, and people are like, are you alright? I'm like, I'm fine, it's just a book.
And you can't put it down either.
I know.
There's so like, the last like 50 pages book is wild.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, oh my gosh, like, this is such a good book. We're not having a sad ending. Nothing else is going
And
to happen.
then the world ended, and you were like,
for real. And then I was shot 57 times. Like, I was like, we've only got like 20 pages left. What could happen? And then I was like,
oh, that could happen.
Anyways, moving swiftly on.
So yeah, did they get into like Highburn's castle?
Wait, where are we?
To track down. I'm on now page 608.
This is what I mean.
So this is what I mean. Because it's like the whole thing with the cauldron is that the cauldron created
the cauldron diva.
The Fae. Did the cauldron create the Fae? Something like that. They created all things.
I would like to just add now, I have no idea the relevance of the cauldron ever. Like, I don't get her.
I think the history was that did the cauldron create all things, kind of like the way God created Earth for us, even though I'm atheist, but that's like the concept. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the cauldron is like God in their world.
The concepts of cauldron being God.
The cauldron like created all things, but I think if you have control of the cauldron, it like does your bidding, sort of thing.
Oh yeah.
So they're like the fact that Highburn has the cauldron, they were like absolutely not.
That's why.
So they were trying to like stop him. Meanwhile, Tamlin and Lucian show up with Feyre's sisters. They're like, "Lol, we sold your sisters to the King of Highburn just to get you back." And Feyre was like,
That is wild. Like, literally, I remember when, Tamlin, he just needed to, like, seek, like, talking therapy.
Also, before this, because obviously Feyre learned how to, like, write, when she was, like, breaking up with Tamlin and just sent him a note, surely he sat there and he was like, okay, but she doesn't know how to write. So this has come from Rhys.
Because then Feyre was like, I don't know why he thought it came from you.
Girl, because when you left him, you didn't know how to write. You didn't know
how to read or write. So, that is a valid question.
Yeah.
I would also
if I was Tamlin, I would have been like, okay, so Rhys has gotten into her head. Like,
I would think that too. Yeah. I would be like, you've been manipulated. Anyways.
I know.
I know what's coming up.
Yeah. So obviously, Elaine and Nesta get, like, shoved into the cauldron. First of all, traumatic event.
Oh, yeah.
Second of all, I kind of love that they were made into Fae, though.
Oh, because they can live forever.
Yeah, like, the three sisters, like, can always have each other there.
Yeah.
So I kind of love that they were Fae, but it was a traumatic event.
Mm-hmm.
Why did I know event?
It was very traumatic.
I, like, had a stammer there. But the fact that Elaine comes out of the cauldron, she's just been through something extremely, like, traumatic, and Lucian just looks at her and he's like, "You're my mate." Bro, read the room.
Oh, seriously.
Read the room. Hold it in. And I guess, like, Asriel would have been, because hadn't Asriel been, like, protecting Elaine, or, like, was, like, starting to, like, have feelings for her, he was stood there like, "You're joking." He was like, "You're joking.
You're what?
You're joking.
You're what?"
But yeah,
that was wild.
Lucian, you could have dealt with that better.
That was where that's the moment I stopped liking Lucian.
Yeah.
And I still, to this day, do not believe they're
because
mates.
He becomes so, like, possessive of her. Mm-hmm. I get, like, they're mates, and it's, like, his, I guess, like, hormones. I don't know what the hell,
just
like,
a little boy,
make
like,
hormones that makes him, like, go feral. But at the same time, she doesn't owe you anything.
I'm sorry, I still do not believe they're mates. I don't.
No.
I don't believe
There's going to be a plot twist somewhere.
I don't believe they're mates for a second.
Or it's going to be that they are mates, but she rejects the bond.
Valid.
Because why is he always showing up and he's like, "Oh, I want to see Elaine," and she's like, "Well, I don't even know you."
She's like, "I literally don't know you. I'm dealing with, like, a lot of trauma right now."
Yeah, she's literally, like, lost her the husband to be.
Yeah.
Because she was engaged. Now she's Fae, and he's like, "Well, I don't want you."
Innit?
And she's lost her husband to be. She's lost her dad. Is it by this point she'd lost her dad? Oh yeah.
No.
Was it Aka War where he dies?
The very end of the next book.
But still, even after that, like, Lucian's still like, "Hi," and she's like, "Okay, I've been through, like, a year of trauma here. I was turned into Fae, which I didn't want to be. I lost my husband to be. My sisters are, like, arguing for some reason. They hate each other. I don't really know why." And then her dad dies, and Lucian's still like, Lucian's like, so you're gonna be my mate? And she's like, "Bro, leave me alone."
He's like, "So you want to cook for me?"
He, like, shows up at Christmas, and she's like, "Hi."
Oh, it's when he shows up at Christmas. Oh,
I did kind of feel bad for him.
I did a little bit, but also, like, I don't know.
She doesn't owe him anything. That's the
You're
thing.
just being a bit weird now.
But the fact that I saw someone, like, I think it was on Twitter, someone said, like, imagine from Lucian's point of view, you know, when Elaine, like, runs to the door smiling because I think she thinks it's Nesta showing up, and she, like, opens the door smiling, and then her face drops because she realizes it's Lucian. She just walks off. Imagine his POV. It'd have been like, oh, okay. Like, he thought she looked so happy to see him, and then she immediately was like, oh.
I think he just needs to, like, back off a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah, he is. I feel like the way he's just like, "Oh, you're my mate, so you have to, like, talk to me," and she's like, "But I don't know you."
Yeah.
He needs to calm down.
We'll get into that.
Yeah. So obviously then they're, like, all trapped, because isn't Cassian, like, injured?
Cassian's wings get injured.
Yeah.
So Asriel has, like, I think he got shot or something.
Yeah, they all get like injured, and Feyre's like, there is no way out. And she just turns to the King of Highburn and she goes, break the bond. I was like, girl, what? I was like, girl,
clock it.
Because isn't she trying to like get Tamlin to believe that Rhys had like manipulated her into believing the bond was there?
Yeah.
So she's saying to Tamlin, oh, I've been manipulated by him.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you need to break the bond and I'll come home with you.
Yeah.
And when she was like, break the bond, I was like, what?
Break what? Because we thought she meant the mating bond.
Yeah,
but
she meant like the deal bond
because he
can't
break a mating bond. No, it's impossible.
But he felt that he was breaking a bond, and he thought he'd broken the mating bond.
Yeah,
but it was actually the bond they had for like their deal.
Yeah, the deal with the
that sums it up. But yeah, when it was like break the bond, and she would have been looking at Rhys like, psych.
Yeah, psych.
But yeah, that was wild. So yeah, and then obviously like right at the end, when Cassian who's like, go get her, she's not your spy, like, because she leaves with Tamlin and Lucien, and she makes Tamlin believe that she's like still in love with him.
Yeah,
and she goes back to the Spring Court because she has like this plan to just, I don't know, burn it to the ground. Like, she was like, I'm gonna burn the Spring Court to the ground, I don't care.
And she kind of did.
She was a diva for that.
We'll get into that in the next book.
Yeah, we'll get into that in the next book. But yeah, so obviously when she like goes and they all get back to the Night Court, and I think Cassian's like shouting at Rhys, and he's like, you need to go get her, she's not your spy. And then I've got it here, Rhys, oh my god, if they'd removed her other glove, they would have seen a second tattoo on her right arm, the twin to the other, inked last night when we crept out, found a priestess, and I swore her in as High Lady, not consort, not wife. Feyre is High Lady of the Night Court. I was gagged. I was
like, that is so good.
I know. And then when they're like, oh, they don't realize they've let the High Lady of the Night Court into the Spring Court, and I was like,
literally, literally the last line of the book is, and so Tamlin unwittingly led the High Lady of the Night Court into the heart of his territory.
Stop it.
Gag. Love.
I loved Feyre for that, to be honest.
I loved her for that. Like, I loved.
Also, did that mean that they were like married? Because I see like a lot of people like, oh, they're not married, but then I swear like she says something about how he gave his mum's ring to her as like an engagement ring.
I don't think it's like a marriage. I think it's more of like a, maybe like a, what's its name, like agreement.
Yeah.
Like a civil partnership.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? As much as like marriage.
Yeah. But can I also say they moved like very fast.
They did.
Because this is like one book. She finds out like 100 pages from the end, 200 pages from the end that he's her mate.
And she was like, yeah.
And then she like basically marries him.
Yeah.
Within like a month.
She's like, yeah, seems valid.
Yeah. She's like, yeah, I'm immortal. I've got like hundreds of years ahead of me, but let's just get married in like a month. It's fine.
She loves that.
I know. And she moved very fast with Tamlin as well. To be like marrying him immediately after like Under the Mountain. Girl, you were Faye. Like, you could have waited at least 100 years.
Isn't it? What's the rush?
She was like rushing into it. She rushed into 2 marriages in this book.
In one book?
Yeah.
Wild.
Girl. Wild.
Anyway, that's it.
Yeah. I feel like my thing with ACOMAF is, I feel like it's my favourite out of the series purely for chapter 54, 55. And like, I feel like the end of the book was where I was more gagged.
Yeah, the end of the book is very good.
I feel like the end of this book had me so gagged it made it like my favourite out of the series. But I feel like more happens in ACOWAR.
Yeah, definitely.
And like A Court of Silver Flames, more happens as well.
I feel like this is maybe my third in the series. It's just because I'm not really into that like slow moving plot line. Like a lot up until chapter 54, it was very like, oh, I like you, Rhys, and let's watch these stars together, which I love. But then I feel like it did get to a point where I was like,
come on.
Yeah, but that's just because that's like, I'm more into like the ACOWAR action.
Yeah.
Like, but I like, obviously I'd still love this book. Like,
yeah.
Up until I read ACOWAR and ACOS, this was like my favourite.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Like it runs circles around the first one.
Yeah. I know the first one, now that I look back, the first one is like a prequel.
Oh yeah, I always say this one is the main book. This is the first book.
This is the book.
This is the book.
ACOTAR is just like this is what happened before all of this.
Yeah, you watch movies and it's like, so how did I get here?
Yeah.
That's what that was. And then ACOWAR is the sequel.
Yeah.
Something about Frost.
Frost and Starlight.
Yeah.
ACOFAS. That's the
like,
Christmas special.
That's just like a little special. And then ACOS is like
the start of the next
era.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So next time it'll be ACOWAR, where we'll probably read through that and go, oh, there was loads that happened that we didn't know about.
Yeah, for real.
because we couldn't remember anything in this book. So this has probably been a very like convoluted episode. That's fine.
Anyone who's read this book listening to this is going to be like, so what is happening?
They're going to be like, so you mentioned like 5 things that happened in this book. There was like 100. But it's fine. We mentioned the key points. I feel like
we had the key
not
points.
much else happened. They were just like discussing war.
Yeah, they were like discussing trade routes.
And like obviously she met like the whole like gang. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Reese's little gang.
It was a lot of character building
really cute.
in this. Yeah. And I love that. Yeah.
I love that.
Slay.
It's in this. Is it in this book as well? It is, because they're trying to like make a treaty with like the sisters to be like part of like the human realm. And Cassie meets Nesta, and like immediately he's like, "I'm gonna like protect your world." I was like, "Mates!" Immediately.
Yeah. Was that this? No, was that this book?
It's this book because they're still human.
Oh wow.
And like they go and meet them, and obviously like they're like
hate each other.
Yeah, they hate each other. And Cassian's just like, "Oh, I'm gonna protect you." Like he literally gets on his knees, and I was like, "Okay, so they're mates, right?"
Yeah, that was
was so obvious to me.
That was like a brilliant enemies to lovers arc. There.
Yeah, that was.
I'm convinced they still hate each other now.
Yeah,
and that's okay.
Yeah, but like genuinely, the minute that he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna protect you," I was like, "Does no one else see what's going on here?"
Well, yeah, obviously, sure.
Like Feyre was like, "Oh, that's weird," but anyway, and I was like, "Girl,
what do you mean?
What do you mean that's weird? He clearly has like a mating bond there."
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Anyways, we did it.
We did it. So next time it'll be ACOWAR.
Yeah.
We're also on YouTube going to do a little edits reaction video. So we're going to look we're going to look through some of our favorite fandom edits.
I'm so
and
excited.
We've got ones to show each other, so we're going to react to those. So if you're listening on like anything that isn't YouTube, feel free to go over to our YouTube and watch that. Yeah.
Slay. See you next time.
Yeah, see you next time. Thanks for watching and listening.
And
listening.
And listening.
And listening.
Oh.
Bye.
Bye.